Welcome to The Coffee Grind with the Denton Chamber of Commerce, powered in part by Classic of Denton. The views and opinions expressed by the show hosts and their guests are those of the show host and guests, and not necessarily those of the sponsors, DentonRadio.com, or the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau. For more information, visit the Policies and Procedures page at DentonRadio.com.
Good morning, Denton. My name is Travis Vaselka. I'm the Director of Membership and Marketing for the Denton Chamber of Commerce. And today we have a special co-host. It's Randy's birthday today, so we gave her the day off. But today we've got Matthew Morgan joining us. So real quick, give a little intro about yourself.
Hi, I'm Matthew Morgan, Assistant Vice President for American National Bank and Trust. If you haven't heard of us, that's because we're bringing a new local bank to the city of Denton.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me and stepping in for Randy. I know she very much appreciates it. And then today we're going to be talking with Denton Noon Kiwanis members and about the fireworks show that's coming up on next week, really. So real quick, we'll just go down the line, starting with you.
All right. I'm David Piccolo. I'm managing member of Piccolo Investment Consulting and past president of the Denton Noon Kiwanis Club.
Awesome.
Hank Dickinson with the University of North Texas Mean Green Athletics, and I have been Mr. Bang for the last 20 years coordinating the fireworks show.
If you see him running, we got problems.
My name is Deanna Charles. I'm with Homegrown Promotionals, and I'm also a Kiwanian as well and a chamber member as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining us today. So just to kind of get into it, so what is it that we've got going on? What is this fireworks show?
You guys looking at me?
Well, Mr. Bang.
Mr. Bang.
I mean, you set us up for it.
I can't top
all of
that.
that.
Dave's been a past president. I'm sure she will be someday, but our current president, Pam Barnes, said it best. We have to stay on mission as a service club. And so what we're always trying to do is raise money and awareness for the Denton Noon Kiwanis Club Children's Clinic, which provides medical, dental, and pharmaceutical support for kids here in Denton that may come from economically disadvantaged families. So a lot of people look at the fireworks show and they think, well, it's probably the city running it, or maybe it's North Texas.
Right.
It's our club going out and soliciting funds to make sure the show can run effectively. And at the end of the day, we try to make some money for the kids.
That's awesome. And so who participates? Like who's going to be the ideal person going to the fireworks show?
Everyone. There's not a person here that doesn't want to go to it and see fireworks. Why wouldn't you want to go? It's an amazing show. They put on you get bands that play. You get to have amazing concessions, get to tour Apogee. I mean, what's not to love about that?
So fireworks show, there's bands. Do we have any idea who these bands are?
We do.
Oh, fantastic.
The one reason Mr. Bang always signs up for this is to book the bands.
Now, can you tell us, or is it a top secret?
No,
secret?
it's out there.
It's already out there.
The Almost Brothers Band, the Allman Brothers Tribute Band featuring Bubba Turner and his great bunch will open, and then the Raise Right Men, who are no strangers to our downtown square, will close it out. So great American music.
I like
and
it.
Dave's going to be busy. He never gets to enjoy any of that because he's out there really captaining our parking, and that is central to this event working.
I'm the parking guy.
I'm glad you brought up the parking, because something you may not know, but last year people were literally paying it forward. So it was like $10 a car to be able to park per car.
Same price this year.
Same price this year. Great. People were donating $100 for the previous 9 cars behind them.
That's nice.
And then
Every one of you guys that were out there last year, please come back.
And so people were hearing this, and then the following cars would donate more. And
Oh,
more
wow.
And more.
That's fantastic. I
Yeah.
had no idea
That
that
was
was even
awesome.
going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
So that's an important job.
Absolutely.
Well, we keep it a free event, but we do charge for parking, and the reality is we've got an expensive event to run. Sure. The city helps us a lot, and the sponsors help us a lot, but that parking money kind of puts us over the top if we're going to raise any money. This year, we'll gain more parking. If you drive by the highway, you'll see that Fouts Field is gone, and they're working on that parking lot. So don't assume that there's no parking. We've moved the deployment area where it's now completely on grass and out of the lower parking lot at Apogee. So we've gained all of the Apogee parking. So there'll be plenty of places to park, and I would invite you to come closer to Apogee. If you've always parked at Fouts, consider coming across the highway.
Absolutely, yeah. The old Radisson lot is now blocked off because of the safety area for the deployment, but we will be selling parking at the north end of the stadium at the access off the service road. You can also enter on North Texas Boulevard to get to the east side of the parking. down Bonnie Bray. We'll have parking in the grass in Mean Green Village, Walt Parker to the back. We also have a little bit of about a third of our regular parking will be available across the highway at Fouts. Yeah.
Gotcha. So what time is this all going to start?
I almost forgot one. Our friends over at
Embassy.
Yeah,
Embassy Suites.
I just found out this morning they're roping off some parking for us, and we'll be parking over there as well.
Fabulous.
Are they going to shuttle people? Or?
No, it's just a great vantage
just
point.
an awesome place to
can
watch.
sit.
Now I
and watch.
understand.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, great
That's
place.
fantastic.
Yeah, Jeff Pritz
Okay.
and the folks over there, I think, are going to be great partners moving forward because that is another good option. But we really encourage people to come and watch the show because, like Deanna said, the music is live and it's local. It's really good. And your vantage point now inside the stadium will be so much
Even
better
better.
because those fireworks are really going to be blowing off from where the Radisson used to sit. They'll be coming right on top of Apogee. And so, you know, it's a family night. Should be done a little after 10 o'clock. You come out, you enjoy the bands, you enjoy Apogee, you enjoy hopefully a nice 4th of July. And we put some extra money into the fireworks. It'll be the best show we've ever had.
Oh, wow.
And
Right.
I'm sorry, excuse me,
ahead.
but and also support an amazing cause.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And what time does it start?
Gates will open at 6. First band, Almost Brothers, will start right at 7. We'll probably let them go for close to an hour, take a little break, get the next band, Raise Right Men, up. They should conclude around 9:15. Then we'll do a national anthem. A very important night to do that.
Yes.
And then hopefully our goal is close to 9:30.
9:30.
Be able to kill the lights and blow it up. So we've got a system that works. We hope it works again this year.
And is somebody going to sing the national anthem?
Normally it'll be someone from the North Texas Fair and Rodeo because they're one of our main sponsors, and we haven't quite figured out who that is yet, but it normally comes down to the
Didn't you hear that it was going to be
before.
you?
It might be me. If it's me, then it'll be quick.
I was about to suggest that, but I didn't want to put that out there.
No, you don't want that.
That of course makes me think of Fergie when she tried to sing the national anthem, and that became such a memorable moment. So,
Roseanne.
so when
we
it-
won't have it.
Roseanne,
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So, what should people be bringing with them? What can they bring?
well, that's a good point, and I'm going to bring this up, and I don't know if our producer engineer Jake Laughlin can help me, but we have posted on the posters that you'll see around town information on the clear bag policy. We really don't want anything being brought inside the stadium. You can certainly tailgate and have stuff at your car, but we're not allowing coolers or anything big in. And the real reason when people ask is Boston Marathon.
Safety.
I mean, they're just things that
It's all about
happen
safety.
now
Yeah.
that we can't, as a university and an athletic department, allow it to be possibilities. And so anywhere you go now, the clear bag policy is pretty much a way of life. But we do want people to know this before they come, that have a good time tailgating, but when you come into the stadium, just know we've got plenty of concessions, air-conditioned restrooms. You don't really need to bring anything when you come in.
What kind of concessions are going to be available?
Beth Marie's.
Really?
Yes.
Marie's,
That's awesome.
Marie's.
Yeah,
Really?
What's
they're
better?
Rudy's
My gosh.
Barbecue will have their
Yeah.
stand open. I found that out yesterday. And then our own concessionaire, John Gibson, does an amazing job. So, I mean, there's a full menu
Selection.
there that you would enjoy at a football game. So
Sure.
we hope, actually, it'll be a way for people to think about coming back and supporting the Mean Green in the early fall with 6 great home games.
So really,
Yeah.
really, it sounds like there's no need to bring anything.
There isn't.
Yeah.
No, there isn't.
Fully
Just a
taken
good
care of.
attitude and an American flag. Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
And are people sitting in the stands? Are they sitting on? They're not sitting on the field, right?
No, they're on the west side stands and in the wing, which is the north end zone. We block
Oh,
off
yeah.
the east side, and then as these two know, we're all kind of running around crazy. But the club level is full of sponsors and supporters. So it's if you are a sponsor or want to consider being one in the future, it's a really nice perk.
Oh yeah, you get to be in the
Absolutely.
AC.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. All right, so there's music, there's concessions, there's of course the fireworks show, and then you say this wraps up at about what time?
Hope to blow it off around 9:30 and be walking out of there a little after 10. But
Don't get in a hurry.
Yeah,
Right.
takes a while. We'll have 2 outlets this year to get out, so that'll help. You can go out Bonnie Bray, and you can now go out North Texas Boulevard. So
Right. In years past, that's been blocked off because of the safety zone for
Right.
the deployment. So now we've added that egress. So hopefully that'll help things a little bit.
Awesome. And how long is this fireworks show going to be approximately?
should be about 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
Yeah, we
That's
bumped
a-
up the investment in the amount of pyro, so that should add. But it's traditionally been about 25, 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so for more information about this event in particular, where can people go to just check the schedule if they can't quite remember?
Facebook page.
To the Facebook page?
Facebook page. It's on our Facebook page.
So Denton Noon Kiwanis Facebook page.
Yes, and
All
then
right.
if you go into the event, it's on the event with the time and scheduling.
Cool. So now I'd like to kind of ask about the children's clinic, and to see like how does somebody find information about this? What if or
If you're in Denton ISD, a lot of times kids will go and go to the nurse's office, and it's the nurses that do the referrals to the Kiwanis Children's Clinic. They see a need, or they'll see an economic disadvantage, and then so they'll send the kids to the club office. The club office will vet them, if you will, and then once they've been vetted, then they go and get whatever kind of care that they need. If they need to go to a doctor, if they need to go to an eye doctor or dentist or whatever the need is, then they get sent there, and then it doesn't cost them anything at all.
We're actually the only free dental service for needy kids in this area.
wow.
And we offer wheelchairs, and now we offer psychological help with a certain number of visits as well.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So if someone wants to donate outside of
There's a donate button on
showing
our
up to the
Facebook page,
event. Okay,
or
perfect.
you can call any one of us. We can figure out how to make it happen.
And we have multiple fundraisers. This is one of our biggest, the fireworks show, just in terms of number of people coming to the event. But one of our great members is John Williams, who owns Eastside and Oak Street Draft House. He does a crawfish boil every year, where
That's right,
a lot of the proceeds come back to the children's clinic, and that
A lot of fun.
That is a lot of fun. So if you come to that event in the future, just know that you're helping benefit Denton and Kiwanis. Deanna works very hard on our Taste of North Texas at the Golden Triangle Mall, which is I'd say probably our other signature event. People know us by that, and that has become
huge.
Really, really big.
Absolutely.
So,
hundreds of people.
Yeah, so we're always
shout
doing
out to
something.
your partner Julie Willis on that one too.
Julie does a great job. What else? What am I forgetting? We do some other smaller ones. Car show.
car show.
Yeah, the Kiwanis, the crawfish boil, the car show, and I think we were going to add something in this year, but
Hey, well, we're always ready to add another one.
Of course.
yeah.
Alrighty. Are there any other details that you wanted to talk about?
The only thing I forgot was under the wing area, which is the north end zone area that looks like an eagle wing. Serve Denton will be set up under there, manning a little bounce house area for kids, free for the young kids to do a little bouncing. So if you've got the youngsters and you're trying to keep them active, wear them out before the fireworks, that might be the best place to go. Everything outside of the concessions are reasonably priced, but it's a free show. So if you want to come in and not spend a penny, you can certainly achieve that.
Indeed. Alrighty. Well, any other things you can think of? Any other questions, details?
Come early.
That's a good pointer to stake your claim. Get
First
a good
come,
seat.
first serve.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best seats.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate you coming on and talking about this. But don't go anywhere, because we're just going to run through a couple of announcements and things. Then we'll have a little question for each of you at the end. All right. So, Matthew, if you don't mind helping me out. So I'll hand off this one. So coming up, we have some events that are going to be of benefit to either business members or employees of businesses here in town. So let's see. Today, starting at 2 o'clock, enterprise security sessions will be held over at Stoke, and this is going to be through what are they called? Standard User, Cybersecurity, and TechVera. They've partnered up to talk about enterprise security. And so if you need to, be freshened up on information about password protection and how to, keep your business safe from hackers and things like that, this would be a good thing to attend. And that's happening today at 2 over at Stoke.
The Denton Chamber of Commerce is hosting their government relations meeting. It'll be Wednesday, June 26th.
This afternoon.
Absolutely. 4 p.m. to 5 p.m.
And we have Lynn Stuckey. Representative Stuckey is going to be the guest of honor on that one.
Great. He's
Yeah,
really
that'll
good.
be outstanding.
And then, thank you. And then we've got tomorrow, starting at 1 o'clock, Jimmy Baker State Farm is having a ribbon cutting. New chamber member and new to town. They're over off of Mayhill Road. And, if you've never been to a ribbon cutting or you don't know necessarily what those are like, it's a good opportunity to meet business owners, other people in town. It's a good networking opportunity, but it's also a great way to just introduce yourself to somebody who's new.
Your picture will be in the paper as well.
It can be, yeah.
Well, now this sounds outstanding.
It sure does, yeah.
Amber Fletcher, my journey from carny kid to successful entrepreneur. If you've never had a Fletcher hot dog, you're missing out.
Yeah.
Or a corn dog, excuse me.
Right.
Date and time, Tuesday, July the 9th from 7:30 to 9 a.m. That will be held at the Springfield Hill Suites here in Denton, Texas. Fees, admissions.
Complimentary breakfast.
Yeah,
You can meet other businesswomen, business
Is that
owners
the
that are women.
TW Women's Rise
Yes.
thing? Okay. That's awesome.
And by the way, Fletcher's Corny Dogs will be served at Mean Green Games this year.
Nice.
Oh, I heard about this. Yes.
That's the
Another
best.
incentive to
Another-
come support
That's the
UNT sports.
I'm
Might be
in.
my biggest plug of the day.
You had me.
You had me at Fletcher's.
I'm now going to become a season ticket holder.
So, if you're not familiar with any of this, Amber Fletcher started out as basically a carny kid. And so from, I guess, the age of 10, she was behind the counter at the carnival or at fairs and things like that trying to sell these. And now she is the CEO and of the family company. And this is, I think, 3 generations that they've been doing this. All right, so almost there. Friday, July 12th, we have our monthly business networking lunch through the Denton Chamber of Commerce. This is also hosted by Spring Hill Suites off Center Place Drive. It's $20 for a member, $25 for non-members, but we will have a business consultant. His name is Brad Carney. He's with CBK3 Consulting, and he's going to give us some actionable steps on how to realize, for lack of a better term, but realize your dreams. And so if you've got something that you want to accomplish, this session, he's going to kind of help you work through the steps on making sure that you can set yourself up for success to accomplish whatever that task, goal, dream of yours is. So as a consultant, he has all kinds of knowledge about, just anything you could possibly imagine, and he'll offer his services up for, the lunch session. And then,
He's great.
Which is nice because a lot of us have dreams, but sometimes we just need a little bit of direction to get there.
a little roadmap or something.
Absolutely. And last but certainly not least, we have Wine and Whiskers 2019. This sounds enticing. Date and time is Friday, July the 12th, from 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. It will be held at Applejack's Liquors off of Hickory Street in Denton. Fees to attend, $35, and that includes a Napa wine glass, so you can take something home with you. And it looks like the proceeds join with
Denton Animal Shelter.
which is a phenomenal shelter here in town. I'm not sure if any of our viewers know this, but we used to have a kill shelter, and now we have a non-kill shelter.
Right.
So.
We got our last 2 dogs from there.
Yeah,
My last 2 as well.
My last 2 as well also. So I got a Great Dane and Great Pyrenees from there. I'm sure you can find any breed, and they do amazing work. So
Is this part of the wine walk, or is this something separate?
Separate,
Okay.
totally separate.
Got it.
But yeah, it's a combo between DASF and Applejack's, and you go there, you'll be supporting a morally upright organization. All right, so that wraps it up. But before you all leave, I want to ask a real quick question. You can answer either one of these, so you have the option.
and they're both very tough. We talked about this earlier.
He didn't
so
even
don't-
tell us what he was going to ask.
We did this on
So this
purpose.
is a total
I told
surprise.
David this would be like 60
Gripping my
minutes.
seat.
Which
We
is
did
not
this
going
on
to be
purpose.
easy.
This is where I freeze
I
up.
promise there's
All
no
right.
there's
Buckle
no
up.
gotcha questions. It's really simple. So I'd like to know, what was your first job, or what is your favorite way of dentoning?
Who'd
We'll
like
just
to go first?
Right down the line if you want.
My first job was chopping cotton in West Texas
Really?
for my uncle.
Gotcha.
A 1-row knife is what we called it.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, chopping weeds out of the row.
Yeah.
In cotton field. Yeah.
Never had that response before. I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
It wasn't a
do you
lot
miss
of
it?
fun. Not at all. that's when I got to college. I said, I've got to make this college thing work so I can find a job in the air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy cow. Okay.
I was the best dishwasher in the history of Jose's Mexican Fiesta Dining Room in Overland Park, Kansas. And now as
I never would have guessed that.
as an aging father of two, I still wash dishes all
Aging
the time.
is a strong word.
I do it. Yeah, well, it's true.
Well, you have a
do it the
history of
best.
he has a history of a skill set, so I can see why you still want it.
Scrubbing all that cheese off those steel plates in Jose's Mexican dining room. That good training. You know, denting. I think denting is just a way of life. If you live north side like we do, and you're down here a lot, it's just amazing to see what's happened down here. And so many people have played a part, but obviously the CVB and the chamber is at the very heart of it. And right where we're sitting is really one of the coolest aspects of downtown. Just to be in this welcome center.
Yeah.
To be
The
doing
view.
this, to be able to promote things, it's a huge deal. And I always tell people working in athletics, it's always about recruiting. I love sending parents down here. They come away with just a whole different feel for what their kids are going to experience while they go to school in Denton.
Yeah, Hank and I showed up about the same time in
Mid-90s.
94. This place was dead.
Yeah.
Every day.
Very, very
By
different.
6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, there was no reason to come down here. And it is amazing what has happened in the last few years.
I came up here about 10 years after you did, so about 2004 or so, and there was none of this. Even just that close. And what's
Yeah, first job.
right. Oh, first job?
Well,
Okay, can I answer both questions?
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
first job was a golf cart washer. That was a fun job.
All right.
It's quite fun. And then my favorite way of denting would be get your name on the list over at Barley and Board because there's always a wait. And then go next door, have some wine at Wine Squared, then have dinner, and then go over there to Pascal's and get you a pizza because you're going to need a pizza to top off the night.
strategery.
JJ's Pizza.
Well, and
I love it.
and if I could answer,
Yes.
my favorite denting is every Friday. I'm a member of the East Side Farts.
what is this?
Oh, you got to tell the story.
The Friday afternoon, reasonably tolerable seniors.
Wow,
And-
I love it.
And the guys that work at Eastside wear this same shirt. They all have a shirt, even the people that work there.
And we're actually we're ordering some bowling shirts.
Lord.
I have seen the
Oh,
farts.
man,
That's a
that's
pretty good.
awesome.
That's a pretty good name for that crew.
Oh yeah, it fits.
I tend to be a little further down Hickory on Fridays, but I am down here.
Oh man, so can anybody join this? Can we?
no,
can we
it's
meet
pretty
you?
It's pretty exclusive.
It's pretty exclusive.
Yeah.
You got to be reasonable. I
Yeah,
mean,
well.
Oh, yeah.
and you got to be old.
That sounds great. Well, now we know where you are on Friday afternoons.
I'm
Hey, you
not hard
haven't
to
answered
find.
the question yet, and he hasn't either.
I have answered
Oh,
the question in the past, but I mean, I answer it now.
Change up your answer this time.
It's very similar to yours. I love a progressive dinner.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start at one place with, start off with a cocktail, and
Yeah.
then the next thing is go find an appetizer, and you go find your dinner, and then afterward you find your dessert, and then you have your nightcap.
Yeah.
So
Did
you've supported 5 businesses, you've gone all the way around the square, and you've had an entire meal, just hanging out with friends essentially.
Yeah. Did you know you can go to Hickory Street Lounge, grab your drinks or whatever, and then go next door, order your food from next door, and they'll deliver your food to you over at Hickory Street? That's really
That
cool.
is
At
awesome.
Hoochie's, yeah, Hoochie's will deliver.
There's,
so, next door, of course. But
Yeah, there's several options for
Tex
that. here
Tapas does same
downtown.
thing at Dan's.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's amazing.
How about you?
What about your first job?
Oh,
Oh, my first job. Gosh, what was that?
What's
Oh, I
that?
worked for. Is that right? Either worked for the church, putting in demographic data, payments, and things like that. The gifts
Yeah.
that people would provide, or it was working for the sheriff's campaign to be elected.
oh wow.
And I couldn't tell you which one of those came first. at
Early
this point.
politics and religion.
right?
Hey, wait a minute. We're not supposed to talk about politics.
Yeah, I thought that was on the list.
You're the one who tells us not
Dang
to.
it.
That is so
This is
funny.
why I can't answer this question. How about you?
So my first job, depending on how long you've been in Denton, and I didn't do a very good job. I was really horrible.
That's
I
not
was-
a good way to start out.
Well, I'll say with
But it's all uphill from there.
most things in life, we learn that we have natural aptitudes. Some people are better at things than others. I worked at Payne's Tire Shop that used to be located right off of Carroll.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're now tearing it down and putting in more student housing, but I changed flats. And
Okay.
when I learned I was not meant for that, was I changed
Day
to
two?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I changed
an
I
hour
changed
or
the
two.
tire, and I sent the customer on their way. And then they
110
called
degrees.
about 5 minutes later, and the tire had fallen off
Oh
of
my
the truck.
Same tire.
Same tire.
Make sure.
18, never more embarrassed in my life. I wanted out of that so fast.
Check that one off the list.
Yeah. So, as far as how I like to spend my time in Denton, I love the food trucks. I think you
definitely.
get high quality food for a low price.
Mm-hmm.
So my favorite thing to do on the weekends is to grab something off a truck, and then to go find some live music, because there's never
Always.
a shortage of really, really good bands up here.
Very true.
And some of them just set up right out there on the lawn right out there. You're like, what's going on? Nobody has any clue. They just have a band.
You can find
bunch of people that have gathered.
any genre you're looking for, from country to heavy metal or whatever your taste is.
Yeah.
You can find it very easily.
Oh yeah.
One time we were at East Side that night, and there was a heavy metal band.
Oh,
Oh, no,
That was
Wow.
terrible.
yeah.
I was like, no, y'all,
Yeah.
y'all don't
You really can find
Nope.
pretty much any
Yeah.
genre.
Yeah, it was devil music for sure.
Just remember,
No,
almost
no
And this
religion. You're
wasn't
breaking
at
the rules.
East Side. This was somewhere else. Their music was just so loud you could hear it
Yeah.
at
Hear
East
it.
Side.
Almost Brothers Band, Raise Right Men. They're going to be
No
perfect
devil
on the
music.
4th of July.
Yes. Perfect. Nice and wholesome. All right. Well, thank you all. I appreciate
Thank you.
the answers that
Thanks,
you provided
guys.
and the information about the fireworks show, Noon Kiwanis, and the Children's Clinic. So thank you also to DentonRadio.com for their support in the production of today's Chamber Coffee Grind. For more information about the Denton Chamber of Commerce, you can reach out to us via the website, denton-chamber.org. You can follow and friend us on social media. And please remember to tune in on Wednesdays at about 10-ish, but we won't be live next week because of the holiday. But we'll see you the week after that.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to thank our partners and sponsors who made this show possible. And now stick around for a word from all of us here at Discover Denton.